Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to my weekly update. Now, I mentioned last week about a very important visit on Friday, and I was absolutely delighted to finally be able to get the Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, out onto farm. We visited Stuart and Leanne Fairfax's farm in Derbyshire. They are farming 1,200 feet above sea level. So it was a real opportunity for the Prime Minister to hear the importance of upland farming, but also the intrinsic link between upland and lowland production. It isn't an either or, and the fact that the uplands is totally underpinned, as indeed is lowland production by agriculture. I think so often the business case, the amount of foreign investment that is here because the raw ingredients are here, that story is one that really needs to be told. So the Prime Minister, very interested. He bottle fed a lamb. Fairfax is coming to the end of their lambing now, and he fed some calves, talked to the children. And I've no doubt in my mind that he does care passionately about farmers, and that he is very interested and enthusiastic about rural Britain. But we should be under no illusions. These are fast changing times. I'm conscious he has a lot of things on his desk. So to actually get out and be on farm is very different to being locked away in London, and incredibly important. And he also visited North Wales this week and was out on farm again. Incredibly essential, I believe, that we do this, that we get people out of London onto farm, seeing what we're doing. And wonderful this week to be able to host on farm the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. And my huge thanks to Claire Wise and Stuart Chapman for hosting them on their farm, and indeed to all the other farmers that went along and discussed their different farming operations. I briefed the Duke of Cambridge's team a while back, and I'm really delighted that they came out onto farm, and they clearly have so much knowledge, interest, and passion for agriculture that the feedback I've had from those farmers was so positive, and my huge thanks to the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. And then finally, of course, it is Great British Beef Week, and it was fantastic that Liz Truss went up to Yorkshire. We met on farm, a long way to go, but well worth it. You cannot beat getting out onto farm and having these discussions. I have so many meetings that are obviously London centric. And Mike and Margaret Atkinson, they're Charolais breeders based near Ripon. They did a wonderful job about talking about the importance of British beef, the high standards that we have, the opportunities going forwards. Mike made the point that he might be in his 70s, but he was absolutely planning on farming into his 90s. And their granddaughters as well did a wonderful job with the Secretary of State, both at Ask and Brian, and just talking about that link, that family farm link. I'm confident that the Secretary of State is holding her lines with the Australians, and she really needs to. This government has made a very strong commitment to the farmers in this country, and we need to make sure that they stick to their word. So having had the meetings with the negotiators, having spoken to the Secretary of State, it's, I think, a tense time trade negotiations are, and no surprise to know that agriculture is the stumbling block. It always is. So we need to make sure they stick to their word. You can't have anything better than somebody out on farms seeing actually what is happening, the passion and commitment that we all as farmers have, and what we feel are the opportunities going forwards. So that's probably it from me. I just thought you'd be really interested to know about those three very important meetings. Got them in just in time before Parliament is prorogued, with the local elections obviously taking place soon. So please do stay well, look after yourselves. We've had a tiny bit of rain here in South Wiltshire, but nowhere near enough. And I know from my drives across the country in the last week that everywhere else is the same. So with that, I'll say goodbye and look forward to speaking to you again next week. Many thanks.